Hi, ma'am.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. So I had WhatsApp downloaded on my laptop, and I
Right?
was trying to open that, but that wasn't opening. So I had to go back to Chrome and get WhatsApp and link the device and from
Oh,
it.
no issues, no issues. That is absolutely fine. That's
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, today is like quiz day, so we can just relax. I just wanted to know, would you like to go over the chapters once, just a run through before you do the
Okay.
quiz? Take some time
Because I mean, I didn't really properly go through it today as well. Like I just read through the
read through,
chapter.
right? Yeah, so I would suggest because anyway, the entire quizzes, um, it just has mostly kind of objective questions. The lengthiest question that you can think of is like a definition, a one line, you just one line answer. So maybe
Okay.
some questions will ask you for a one sentence kind of an answer.
Okay.
So that's the majority. So there is no detailed, answers or anything that you need to write a lot about. So if you want, you can just anyway. I've timed the quiz to approximately 30 minutes. So if you want, you can just take like 15 minutes to go through the chapters a little bit, and then we can start the
Yeah.
quiz. Yeah. All right. You can take your time. I'll just go
Okay.
off camera. Yeah, Shika, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ready? You can take the test now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Just give me a sec. Let me share the link. Yeah. Hold on.
Just opened it.
Yeah. So once you join, then I'll. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn off my sound. Is it working?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can start answering, right?
Yeah, you can start answering. So you have 30 minutes. Although they're not
Okay.
going to time, I mean, I think the questions are timed. So overall,
Okay.
you have 30 minutes to attempt the whole test. Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me.
I don't know what cephalocordy means.
Yeah, it was part. It's actually from a section of your development principles. So I know it's a trick question because it's a kind of like a technical term. So if I give you a hint, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So cephalic means head, and caudal means tail,
Mm-hmm.
or top and bottom. So if that's like a clue, so think what it means to say. So
Okay.
that should be the answer. Okay. All right. Test is complete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's look at the. Let me just share it one second. Let's quickly discuss.
I don't think I know many.
No, let's have a quick look. Then I think that'll give us an idea. Okay, can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, just a sec. Hmm. Okay, let's do the review. Yeah, you were close. It's just the spelling is wrong here. It's Emovere. So it's Emovere. So just missing an O and an E here. So
Yeah.
you should get like half credit, but usually that's not how it works, right? Because the moment the spelling is changed, the meaning changes. Okay, so that was the first one. Okay. Next is the physiological expressions during emotion are activated by the hypothalamus.
Yeah.
Right? So it's about which one activates it, right? A lot of times we can get confused because the physiology is handled by different parts of the body, but in this a specific brain part, if it has to be identified, then it is the hypothalamus. All right. Okay. So dash are important for non-verbal. There are two correct answers. So can you think of which one?
I was going to say facial expression.
Yes, that would have been the right one.
Just put actions.
If you could have written gestures, that would also have probably fetched you a point, right? Because gestures are part of, but actually the correct answer to look for here is facial expressions, because your facial expressions suggest emotions the best, right? More than gestures as well. Okay, so that is the answer for this one. All right. Case studies is an example of. So, what are the two types of?
It was longitudinal cross.
Yes, it was longitudinal. Exactly. So you know the answers, and it's even worse, right? When you
When you write something and then you get it in your head, that's just boggling.
That is even more annoying. I completely understand. But see, at least you know the answer, so that's good. That's a good sign. Okay. All right. Next is this is 6 to 8, and this you will find in the small box it's given. This particular kind of, you could say, like an FAQ, like an information, sort of like a trivia is mentioned there, that the average age between which your brain reaches its full size, its mature size, it's 6 to 8 years. Okay, so it's that age group. All right. Maturation provides raw material. Correct. It is true. This is absolutely right. Development proceeds from allo to ego is wrong. It proceeds from egocentrism to allocentrism, right? So it goes from you being kind of looking things from your perspective to being able to look at things from others' perspective. That is what it's about. Okay. This is, read the sentence again and see if it's correct or not. Because I think you've put in that it's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growth is qualitative.
Remember, I said that growth is something, the moment you can measure it, right? Like your height, your weight, the size of your brain, all of that, it's all under growth. So it's quantitative. That is, you can place a numerical value. But development, you can never place a value that, I have had these many units of development. That is not how you do it. So development is qualitative. So it basically has to be swapped. So this sentence is false. Okay. All right. Stronger the emotion, greater is the level of motivation. Absolutely correct. This is true. All right. So physiological activity during an emotional experience is controlled by the ANS. Now, this is very closely related to the question that I previously asked regarding the center of the brain. So hypothalamus is a very important part of the ANS, if you think about it. Right? Hence, it's kind of like related with each other. One kind of influences the other. So ANS is the entire system, whereas hypothalamus is like the seat of your emotion. it kind of controls when you will start to feel that emotion, right? So that is the answer for the previous one, but this is correct. All right, yes, this is again right. I think you, okay,
I chose the wrong
you
one.
chose 4. No, the correct answer is 8. Right, there are 8 major emotions given in Natya Shastra, and they are also depicted via facial expressions and hand movements. Right, so dancers are very well aware of this, and because they learn it, right, they have to study it, and they also mention it as rasa. Right, so if you've ever seen anybody practice Bharatnatyam or any of the other classical dance forms, they would be very well aware of these 8 major emotions depicted through dance and dance movements. Okay, and I think in your text also they have given these pictures, right, of the women showing these expressions. Those are basically the
Oh.
8 emotions which are being depicted. Okay,
Mhm.
a few of them are given, not all 8, but basically that's how it's done. All right, but and the correct answer for this is 8. All right. Yes, it is not the complete answer, so I would probably give you half credit for this. But the correct answer would be that it kind of, you remember that definition that we had studied where it talks about that it is progressive, it is
Okay.
continuous, and it happens till the end of time, right? And it's always positive, like there's no negative happening. Growth can get negative, but development doesn't usually go negative, and it takes place through maturation and learning. So there's a proper definition to it with 3 different parts. All of them need to be mentioned when defining it. Okay, but this is partly correct, so I would give you half credit for this. Okay, uh, the two main process, you wrote the 2 main processes in the previous one. Processes and principles are not the same. So what you've written here is a
My
principle.
principles.
The processes are maturation and learning.
Learning.
Okay, those are the 2 major processes of development. So, meaning that using those 2, it's like you could say it like ingredients to development. When you add maturation and you add learning from the environment together, it will lead to development. So that is what processes of development mean. Okay, got it? Okay. Growth taking place cephalocaudally, meaning that all right, no, so when I gave you the hint of head to the head and tail, what it means is when a child is growing physically, especially, the growth happens from the head portion towards the tail portion.
Okay.
Okay, it's never the other way around. It's not like your feet will grow first and then your head. So if you look at any, and this is actually coming more from how you develop in the womb. So if you think about it, when a child is becoming like from the size of a peanut to the size of like a tennis ball, the growth of that child, you will notice that the head grows first and then the rest of the body. That is what cephalocaudal means. So your growth takes place, like your head will start to grow, and so definitely move from top to bottom. So your head, then your eyes, then your nose and your mouth, and then your trunk will start coming, then your arms, then your fingers, right? So there are 2. There is, the other term is not given, it's called proximodistal and cephalocaudal. So cephalocaudal is the part where your head develops first and then your rest of the body. Proximodistal meaning the innermost part. You kind of grow like a fan. So it's not like your fingers have already grown and they're stuck here and then your arms will pop out. So first you will have your trunk, then you will have the arms, and then you will have the fingers. Is it making sense? How
Yeah.
the development is happening? So, which is why you will also notice a lot of times, because of developmental or because of certain birth issues, there will be people born with a trunk but no limbs,
Yeah.
right? But you will never see person having fingers but not an arm.
Yeah.
Is it making sense?
Yeah.
That is because your growth is proximodistal. So it goes from center to the outside and from your head to toe, right? That is what this means. And I think you will find this in the point growth follows a pattern. Under that principle, or development follows a pattern, under that principle, this is explained. Okay. All right. Next question. Three stages of maximum growth are infancy, early childhood, and adolescence.
Adolescence.
Right, the points at which you will see major spurts of growth. Right, that is the three major stages. It's mentioned in your text. All right, so you can pick it up from there. This is Cannon and Bard and not James and Lang. So James and Lang spoke about experiencing them one after the other. Cannon and Bard said that we do it together. Okay, so this is the right answer for. So it's, as I said, right, it's often difficult to confuse between these two. So it's very important to remember it as a flow chart. So James and Lang is like one after the other, very similar to the memory model, if you remember. STM, then LTM, I mean sensory memory, then STM, then LTM. Same way with James Lang, it is event, then your physiology, then your emotion. But Cannon Bard is event, and from event you have two, arrows pointing out. One which will be about physiological changes, and the other would be about perception of emotion happening simultaneously. Right, so that is Cannon and Bard. Two dimensions. No, this is not the right answer. It's arousal and valence. Again, it's highlighted in your text. Arousal is definitely your physical changes that take place, and valence is the degree of pleasantness and unpleasantness. How good or how bad or how negative or how positive is it? Okay, these are the two terms to remember. Again, these are technical terms that need to be remembered here for this particular answer. Okay. Three basic components. Yes, this is the correct one. Cognitive, psychological, and physiological. Right, so these are the three major heads. Yeah, so this is the major, you see changes in all of them, and emotion affects all of them. So that is the correct answer for this one. It is correct. I know it says wrong here.
Spelling maybe.
Spelling, it does actually. Some texts show it with an E at the end. Your text does not have an E at the end, but they are the correct answer. So this is a correct answer. I would give you full marks for this. And the last one, two ways to measure the degree of physical arousal. Again, it's mentioned in a line. Your pulse rate, your rate of breathing, your
The way you react, your anger and things.
No, these it has to be your biological responses. So it has to completely be something which you can measure. So you can use some sort of a tool and you use it to measure. So if you take a stethoscope and you measure your heartbeat and you see how many beats per minute, that is the measure of degree of physical arousal. How quickly are you breathing, right? Your respiration. How deep or how shallow is your breathing? That is again a degree of arousal. How sensitive your skin is. Your skin conductance can suggest. So there are a few, I think there are 4 or 5 mentioned. You had to mention 2 here. Again, these questions are much more deeper into the text, which is why probably it seems a little, because since I kept it completely objective, I went a little bit deeper into the text. All right. So if you are able to ace this, that means your text is very thorough. Okay, so what I can do is maybe later on, if you want at any time, just like a revision, you can again take this test and you can see how well you have prepared. Maybe later on when you have to prepare for an exam.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, this completes the quiz for today, and you did seemingly well. It's like a 55% was your accuracy. So that is what, although it would be a slightly bit higher because you got the last question correct, and even for the questions which are in blue, like for example, some of them, well, if you answer it or you don't answer it, it's given as a tick. But yeah, so approximately I would say that you're midway, right? And that's good. That's a good progress.
Mhm.
Definitely, if you prepare more, you will do better.
Prepared, but yeah,
That's
probably I
great.
don't know. I mean, because it's vacation, so I just like
Ah,
waited.
yeah, exactly. That happens. That is probably a very.
And my apartment ended up becoming a containment zone, so we can't even go
Oh,
down. So like, there's
oh my
like
god.
30 plus cases.
Oh my god, that is so scary. And
Yeah,
now things are getting scary because
yeah.
our age group people are getting affected,
Mm.
and they're getting severely affected. That is even more scary because we are not being able to figure out, when at what point the symptoms will get serious, and there's such a lack of resources all around the country, and it's really really scary. I was asked
Mm.
to go to my workplace recently, and I later came to know that. So my workplace is the IIM, right? So it's an institute, and usually people go there to stay and study. It's a residential program. So most of the time students are in the campus, and what has happened is there are a lot of students did come in during this last year, even though there were a lot of reasons for them not to, but measures were taken and they were brought to the campus. And then later I learned that over a large number of students were infected with COVID, and they are quarantining in the campus. So then I kind of did not like the idea of risking myself to go there
Yeah,
because I have my mother and my sister at home. So why would I want to put them at risk? Especially since I'm having to go out anyway to do other basic chores, right? Their household stuff.
hmm,
So then I said that they are not comfortable, and thankfully they didn't ask me. But I really don't know how things are going to progress.
yeah. I mean, and now it seems to be getting worse. Like, it felt like it was getting better in between.
Better, yeah, and it did get better, and then people just kind of took it like, okay, it's gone now, we don't
It's
have to
gone.
worry about it
Yeah,
anymore, and that's where things got really bad. And I was just telling my friend the reason why people are not being able to understand the severity is during the same period last year we were all under lockdown, so we were
yeah. They
forced to
took
be
it
at
too
home.
seriously, and they got fed up with it.
Exactly, but now it's like different people are doing different things at different places, which is why the numbers are constantly rising. I mean,
Mm.
last year it was like even with lockdown, there were a lot of cases happening. So that was when there was a lot of uncertainty. But now, having known everything and knowing how dangerous it is and everything, still people are not listening. So I really don't know what else is left to be done. So
Yeah.
that is I mean, the best thing you can do
There are
is
still some who are so careless, they'll just walk around without a mask.
exactly. And if you tell them, they will kind of shout at you for being,
Yeah.
why are you kind of trying to. So it's like you have to restrict yourself. That's the best you can
Mm.
do.
So it's
Even
like a lockdown right now, sort of a thing. I mean, it's not like a
proper
Karnataka
lockdown,
thing,
yeah,
but
it's
like
it's within your
yeah, the
apartment, within
apartment.
your
Yeah.
complex. Yeah, even in my building doesn't have any cases, thankfully, as of now. But right behind my apartment, there is a standalone house where there's been a case, and he's an aged
Mm.
person, so we are all very worried about. So we are not stepping out unless absolutely necessary. So
Yeah.
that is where it is. Really sad state of affairs right now.
No, and I don't know. Now this is second wave, and there are like so third wave might come, and
Exactly. I mean, if you don't stop it, definitely there's going to be a wave every year, and if nobody takes any heed to it, then I don't know what we're going to do. And it's really sad. I have a friend who's a lawyer, and she's having to go out every day. She's having, even though certain courts have shut down, but she's still having to go to some, do some work, and there are people piling over her, and they're not maintaining distance and nothing. And she is scared for her family. She has an aged grandmother staying with her, and she's so freaked out every day. And she's like, but it's work. I can't even say no, otherwise I will
yeah,
not get my money. And that is how sad it is for a lot of people.
yeah,
So hopefully things get better soon.
better. Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, when the fact that it's like the same time last year, it's happening again this year, so it's just even
It
more.
just means that people have not learned a single thing. Last year
Yeah.
at least it happened suddenly, and we really didn't know what was happening. Because people had never been in a pandemic before. But I think 1 year is enough time for people to learn and improve upon themselves. But it seems like people just cannot learn, or they
Mm.
don't want to learn. That's mainly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had the elections, I told you, right?